What's happening, guys? So I've once again picked up a little cold. This winter has been the worst, so I apologize if it sounds a little bit stuffy, but I don't think it's too bad. Hopefully you don't even notice. Anyway, on this day we had squats and deadlifts. Once again I finished off with lunges too, but we won't show that. And the thing that I was really working on this day was my descent, my initial descent. Previously I had been kind of pushing my knees forward and then dropping my hips. So on this day I was really working hard on dropping my hips and pushing my knees out on the initial descent. And it makes a big difference. And you can see here, the left is the old, the right is the new. And you can see hips drop back and I get in much better position with this new technique help. So it's hard to tell on the naked eye, but if you look closely, it's definitely a major improvement and I'm happy about it. All this technique help has been huge for me, so I'm really looking forward to seeing what I can do once I start pushing some serious weight. I'm going up a little bit in weight each week, and the RPEs are staying about the same as well, so things are definitely progressing well. I'm very happy about it. On this day we had a 6x4 on squats and a 5x3 on deadlifts. Squats were at 315 pounds. And I would say pretty much every single set was an 8 RPE, with the exception of maybe the last set was probably more like a 9. I was getting a little fatigued by the end there, and I didn't maybe take enough break in between sets, but it was good. It was solid. I felt tight, felt strong, and I'm really digging this program a lot. I've been researching daily undulating periodization for quite a while now, and it's really nice to be putting it into a program and actually be getting some help and actually moving forward, and for sure it's going to pay dividends. There's no question about it. I can't lie, I kind of miss doing the maximum work and pushing myself, but I know that that was stalling and I wasn't getting anywhere on that and it wasn't the right way to do it. So there's a time and a place and it all is part of the program, but right now that's not part of the program. Anyway, on to deadlifts. The thing I was really working on here was keeping my chin tucked and also pulling the slack out of the bar. And you could tell in the first couple of sets that I just was thinking way too much. The speed off the floor was pretty slow, and you could just see my mind turning, and I was really trying to overthink everything, and it wasn't very pretty at first, but I realized it, and on the last couple of sets, which you'll see after this, I made a huge improvement. I just kind of trusted myself. I said, you know what, you've been working on this, you know what you're doing now, trust it, get down there and grip and rip and pull the weight and act like you mean it, and huge difference. The speed off the floor was much, much better. I felt solid, I felt tight, I felt strong. The weight felt even lighter for the last couple sets than it did to begin with, so definitely was a good idea to try that. I'm also digging the resetting between each set. I think that's going to pay huge dividends as well. As a whole, the program's going well. I'm looking very, very, very much forward to my first meet coming up on February 21st and trying to see what I can do. It looks like they changed the weight classes for this year, and it looks like instead of a 198 they have a 205, which actually works pretty darn well for me because I currently weigh about 202 pounds, so I can just pretty much stay around maintenance and maybe even add a couple pounds and just go into the meet pretty much at the perfect weight without having to do any cutting. I wasn't going to do any cutting regardless, but I do want to make sure I stay underneath that 205 because I would want to have to go out and compete against people that are weighing 230-some pounds. So anyway, thank you guys for watching as always, and I will see you guys in the next video.